What up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Nikki Brie Show. And we wanted to save this interview for last as we've been on the road to Evolution. As you all know, we've been talking a lot about Evolution, which is this Sunday, July 13th. So make sure to get your tickets in Atlanta. And this is someone who really was a part so much of the evolution with Brie and I and women's wrestling. She's a trailblazer and a voice that can't be silenced. She made history in WWE as the youngest Divas champion and the first ever NXT women's champion. She returned to the ring in AEW, capturing the women's world title in front of her home crowd. And now an author and podcast host, she continues to inspire by living boldly and breaking every rule in the book. So everyone, please welcome the one and only Saraya.
Oh,
Hey,
thank
girl.
you guys. I've missed you so much.
I know.
It's
I
been
know.
too
And then also-
long. How
Too
are
long,
things,
too
by the
long.
way?
It's so good. You know, I was just having this conversation about like 30 minutes ago. It's like I finally found like true happiness, and that makes me so glad because you know before where you feel like you're happy, you know, and I'm like, nah, this is the happiest I've ever been. No, no, this year has just been so amazing for my mental health and just the way I live my life. I'm just like, man, like this is the happiest I've ever been. So yeah, I'm in a good space, which
Oh
is
my
nice.
gosh,
Aw,
I
that makes
love
sense.
that.
Yeah,
And
that makes
Yeah.
sense for
your
you.
podcast is like, you have to tell us about your podcast because I've been watching clips
Yeah.
of it and it's just, I love it. You can tell you're in your element in it. Like you're
Yeah.
so good at it.
Thank you. Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh. So, you know, you guys are a success in the podcast space, you know, other buddies of mine are in a success. But I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to be like a copy and paste of the Nikki and Brie show, right? And I don't want to be a copy and paste of someone else's show. So I'm just like, okay, I have to figure out something that kind of makes me just a little bit different to make me stand out just a little bit, you know, because it's hard. This space is so hard to be a success, which congratulations to you guys because it's so difficult, you know. And so, you know, I love jackass. I love being a prankster. You know, I love that kind of stuff. Always, I've always been like that, right?
Always,
So,
yeah.
always. So I'm like, you know, I want to incorporate kind of my personality into this a little bit. So I was like, why don't we just have fun segments to kind of finish off the show? And that's just to like kind of torture the guests a little bit in a fun way. Like I go easy on the people that don't want to be tortured too hard, obviously. But yeah, we do a lot of fun segments. You know, people are going to get tattooed, people are going to get zapped, people are going to eat something gross. You know, it's just something like that. You know, and it's been so fun. But you know, it's so tiring. You guys understand more than anybody how tiring this space is. Like to make sure you get the guests in and then like you know have these long conversations with them and keep the flow going and all that kind of stuff. I didn't realize just how difficult it was until I like stepped foot into this world. I was like, oh my gosh, like I have like this newfound respect for like everybody that does it. But it's so fun, but I love it, so I wouldn't change it. But
Totally.
my gosh, it's a lot of work.
Oh, for sure. Nikki and I say it every week. We're like, you know, it's so fun. And at times, like, I guess people can think it's easy, but they're like, they don't get to see the behind the scenes part of how much goes into
Right.
it.
Yeah.
So it is exhausting, but congratulations to you because you were just in
Thank
the
you.
top, what is it, top 50?
Yeah, in the comedy space. And we've
Yeah.
only been around now for like a couple of months, which is great because as you know, there's so many podcasts out there. So
Right.
like to just keep cracking, like, you know, we were in the top 100 on the first week, like the week before, and then we jumped to like 50. And I was like, we're just moving so quickly and rapidly, which is wonderful. It means we're doing something right, but we're constantly
We
like,
are.
you know, the behind the scenes stuff of it, where you're just like, okay, like what are we doing right? What are we doing wrong? It's like a lot of work. I was like, oh my gosh, that's why I have the whole team in my house right now, like doing all the research and stuff for me. There's a lot that goes into it. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, I
Yeah.
love that. And who's been your favorite guest you've had on so far?
Oh my gosh, let's see. Actually, I just spoke to this lady today. Her name is Mackenzie, and she's an older lady, and she's a comedian. You know, she's not the most known guest that I've had on, but I just found her so inspiring. So I'm really excited for people to like get to know her. Also, I haven't released it yet, but Gigi Dolan, who used to be Priscilla Kelly in the WWE,
Oh yeah.
You guys, she has one of the most beautiful stories like I've ever come across. Like
Mm.
the whole team was crying. Like I just can't wait for people to like get to know her on a more deeper level. I was just like,
Oh,
thanks for trusting me with your story, but I was like, oh my gosh, it just broke my heart the stuff that she's gone through. And then a funnier episode I would say is Brad Williams. You know how funny he can be.
oh
He's
yeah.
like he's such a goof. So yeah, I've loved them all, but those are the ones that stood out for me.
I
Oh my,
love that. And, before
Yeah.
we get into like evolution and wrestling, I also want to talk about your memoir because this has been such a
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
year for you, Saraya.
huge
I
year.
Like,
know. I know.
what made you want to write your memoir and how has that been since it's been out?
Yeah, so when me and WWE first parted ways, I was like I was freaking out. I was like, what the hell am I gonna do with my life? Like wrestling is all I've known. WWE is where I grew up, so that's all I've known since I was 18 years old. And now I'm like, I'm not with them anymore. And then I didn't have AEW at the time too. So then, Meech, he was like, well, why don't you take this moment to like start writing the book that you've been wanting to do for a long time? And then with that, you don't have companies that are kind of trying to take a percentage of it or whatever it is or be involved in it too much. So I was like, okay, this gives me the freedom to really write what I want to write. And so yeah, I start to do that. And within a couple of weeks, WWE called me and then AEW called me. So I was just like, so then it took me a long time to like get it, out there for the world. It took over 2 years. And you guys again understand it because you both wrote a book too, and it was beautiful. I have it. And so it's a lot of work that goes into it. And then I had a ghostwriter in the beginning, and bless her heart, I love Bernadette so much. She's amazing, wonderful human being. But it's just the way she wrote it, it was like it didn't sound like me at all. And then it just made me sound like I was at the cast of Annie in a way. I was like, oh no, that's not how I
Oh my
sound at all. And then she'd be making up stories, and I was like, we don't need that. We have enough trauma in the book. We don't have to spice it up with just some random fights with
right.
people that are still alive, by the way, that I see on a weekly basis. I'm like, and so we kind of took that, and like me and my friend Taylor, who did all the typing for me because I'm useless with typing, but she helped me, and we rewrote the whole book, and it took a year to do that too, and then the audio and all that kind of stuff. But it was a long process, but I'm so thankful I got it done. It's such a weird feeling though, right? Like I feel
Yeah.
like our generation, we come from like a place where we don't really open up about our feelings to people, where we're just like, we don't talk about past traumas or whatever. We just get up, brush ourselves off, and continue.
Yeah.
So having that moment where you're pretty much releasing your diary to the world is like the most intimidating, scary experience of your life. But you're so grateful that you did it.
Oh, I
Totally.
agree. I felt
Well, and
like
I
when we were
think,
writing our book, it was like we were going through therapy again. I was
Yes.
crying. I'm like going through stuff.
Yes.
Wanted to hide in a room. I'm like,
Yes, exactly. I was like, oh, there was a one, chapter, and it was about my childhood abuse, which I never spoke about with anybody. And
yeah.
like having to write that with Bernadette, which I was crying my eyes out, to then rewrite it again and cry my eyes out, and then doing the audio where you have to read it. And I was like, this is so hard to get through. It's like, it's a lot. It's like therapy though.
oh my gosh,
It is.
so hard. That's how I would feel when we would get another draft and I'm like, no, I don't want to read this stuff
Yeah.
again. I've already
Yeah.
lived it, read it, and been in therapy for it. Like
Yeah.
I can't keep doing this.
But we all felt
Yeah.
like total divas too. Remember, we'd all have to like relive
Yes.
scenes. I would be like, oh
Oh,
gosh.
it's
Well, and
exhausting. It's
Soraya's
so
had a
mental.
movie too on her family, so she's really just continues to keep living a lot.
Yeah, yeah. Just have to keep repeating the same thing over and over again. But yeah, it's like it's
Yeah.
worth it afterwards. But oh my gosh, it is a lot of work, especially with Total Divas too.
Yeah.
That was so exhausting. I had the best time,
Yeah.
with
Right.
that. I wish we could not redo it, but I wish we could have like another season to see where we all are now.
Yes.
No.
Like
I
Everyone
agree. I
wants
mean,
it. Everyone wants it, and all the girls who were part of Total Divas all want to reboot it. I think it'd be amazing.
yeah,
I think it
I
would be
think it'd be good
huge.
too. Yeah, 100%.
Right? It would be so amazing. So, what were your thoughts when you saw them announce that they're going to be bringing back Evolution?
Oh my gosh, it's kind of bittersweet because obviously I'm not there anymore. But then the
Hmm.
first one that I did, I couldn't be a part of it because of my neck, but I could
Yeah.
do commentary and stuff like that. So I was like, man, I keep missing out on all these like big things that are happening for female wrestlers. And I feel like us three, that really helped kind of usher in, I always say it was us. Okay. I
Yeah.
don't care what people say. We lit the match for them people to come onto the main roster and be able to do amazing things, right?
Yeah.
But we were grinding behind the scenes on the camera. I mean, we worked our asses off to make women's wrestling the way it is today. And then and that's not discrediting anybody else, right? Because when these ladies came up on the road, they delivered whatever they were
Yeah.
given and whatever opportunities they had, they delivered. But they got to go straight into doing that, which is like,
Yeah.
I'm so a little bit, jealous of, because I couldn't do it because of my neck. I couldn't showcase, all the hard work that we just put in. So
Right.
it can be like, a little frustrating, but I'm so happy. I'm kind of annoyed that it took them so long to bring it back. I was like, that's been years now. Like, why have we not done more? More of that, because I know the girls now, they steal the show every pay-per-view, in my opinion. And that's not being biased because of my gender. I just feel like they just steal the show. Every female wrestler right now is so incredible, and they all have their own like character, like they just, it's so special. So I'm just like, damn, like I'm so happy that they're finally bringing it back again. And I'm so happy that there's so many freaking female wrestlers that are going to go on there and absolutely smash it. But there is a part of me being like, man, yeah, I do wish I could be a part of it sometimes.
I know. Well, one
Yeah.
day, I mean, I was
Yeah.
really hoping that, and still am hoping, I mean, who knows, that maybe we will get a Paige surprise appearance, but
Yeah.
I definitely
I would.
think in the future, Evolution will for sure, like like you said, you were a part of that, like a main foundation
Yeah.
and fixture in that. And so I think that at one point in the future, it'll only make sense to
Yeah.
have you in
All of us.
that.
Yeah. All
Sure.
of us. So,
And hopefully they make it a staple that it's a
Yeah.
consistent pay-per-view every year so that they can
Yeah.
have fun with it. I mean, the last one was 2018. That's crazy. We're 2025. That's
Right.
That's 7 years ago. That's bonkers.
bon-
We could have been doing this reoccurring thing every year, which again, super grateful that the girls are getting the opportunity to do it. But I'm like, man, if only we could have done it like every single year.
Right.
Totally.
I agree.
We need Saraya, we need to go back and make our magic happen in that
I
ring.
know. I was just talking about you, Nikki, because they always said like, who was like your favorite opponent or whatever, and because we were married to each other for so long.
Yeah.
Like we were constantly wrestling, dude. Like even if it was on live events, if it was on like the pre-shows, main events, or whatever, or the when we got taken off of Mania and we did our Mania match on like main event or whatever it
Yeah.
was, we were like married to each other to the point where we went into that ring and we didn't have to plan anything. We were just like,
No.
okay, like we'll do this, whatever, this is the finish, and then it was so easy, and it was always so easy, and it was
So
just never
easy.
Right.
stressful. Yeah. And so I always love just like I always say that to people. And everyone got mad at me at one point. They were like, what about AJ? And I'm like, you don't understand. I love AJ. I loved our storyline, right?
Yeah.
But I was with you for so much longer. Like we
Totally.
had like the Bellas against me for a long, long time, So it's just
Right.
like it's just different. It's different.
I
I
agree. You're just, that's how it is with some people in the industry. Like Brie and Becky always made magic happen, and those two had their
Yeah.
little special thing always when they were.
Hmm.
But you and I, it was always fun and easy, and we brought out the best in each other and our characters.
Yeah.
And that's like when
Yeah.
it's like really cool. It's like, yeah, you'll work with some people who are like super over and you're close with, and you're like, oh, wow, amazing. But it's just
Yeah.
different. The chemistry is different, with people.
It
And
is.
so,
And
Sure.
we always wanted to like you said, bring the best out in each other. And like we were never, there was never any push pull about how the match should go. It's just like,
yeah,
okay, like I want to get your shit in. Like, you'd be like, okay, I'm going over. Let's make you shine a little bit extra today, or
yeah,
vice versa. It was like there was never any selfishness there. It was just it was so easy, dude.
I
I miss
know.
those days. I miss that era, honestly, of when,
Me
I
too.
back then. It was so fun. It was so
Oh,
fun. Oh my
It
God.
was so fun. That's
so
like, I
much fun.
kind of want to bring
Mhm.
like those feels back as I return, just more of
Yeah.
like that storytelling where we could get catty or have fun, like what women can
Yeah.
do, what like men can't. Cause I thought that was always fun with women wrestlers. Like you
Mhm.
can have a badass match, but then the stories we get to tell with it can be like really catty
Right.
and fun. And it's just part of
Yeah.
being a
Yeah.
woman that makes it like, magical.
makes us different too. You know, I love that as well. I love that. I actually recently just watched a match actually with Brie. Remember when we had that match and then Kane came out of the canvas
Oh
and was
my
like
gosh.
dragging you under? I was just watching that recently. I was like, oh my god, that was such a fun match. It was
That
really
was
cool. I was like,
really
damn, I missed that era. I
I
missed
do
that era so
too.
much.
That was
Yeah.
so fun. Oh my gosh. That's why we got
Yeah.
to bring it back. Well, I've said, like, I just see, especially with some of us with the Total Divas, of like when you see the success of, and just like that with Sex and the City, like, so we're all doing
Yes.
so many different things now in our new eras of life. That would
Yes.
be so cool to bring it all back together with all of us.
Mhm.
It would just be a lot of fun. And I think it would be a huge success as well.
for sure.
100%.
You know?
100%. Total Divas reunion. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it. And even if not, then
Yeah.
let's just all meet in Napa or LA and just do our own damn reunion.
Yes. Yes.
We
Yes.
need it. It's been fun like being around Natty again more because we'll always keep in touch
Oh,
like in text. But when it's, Natty in person, there's just
oh,
nothing like
love
it.
her.
Red
Yeah,
wine
she's
is
space
my
cadet. I
favorite.
love her so much.
I mean,
Yeah.
between her and Trin, like I'm just like they make me feel like we were all
Oh,
doing what we were doing yesterday. I'm like, they haven't changed. Like
yeah.
it's the same.
No.
It's so
No.
fun. I
They're
So,
know.
incredible.
Saraya, speaking of like a new era, how has single life been?
Oh my God. Yes. So
Uh-huh.
I love it. I was texting Nikki about it earlier this
Yeah.
year, because we are both going through like similar things. And
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I really love it. I really do. I like because I wasn't single really for over like a decade,
Yeah.
because I went from one boyfriend to the other. And I was like, damn, like this year, and I think that is what brought me so much happiness too. It's just like I don't want to go on dates. Like I've had guys hit me up like constantly, right? Which is nice, like, oh, you feel kind of special. But I haven't, felt any connection to the point where I want to go on a date,
Yeah.
I was like talking, I mean, I still am. I'm talking to like this one guy he's so nice to me and he treats me so well, but I can't really pull that trigger to like want to be in a relationship or anything like that. I'm just
Yeah.
like, I'm not ready for it. I love being single. I love having my own spot. I love like doing whatever I want, because you don't have to worry about someone
Right.
being like, wanting to take some of your space and your energy. I'm like, oh no, like I don't have to worry about that anymore. So it's really lovely. And I feel so happy. I think this is the best. I think really, truly, that is the catalyst of what makes me the most happiest this year.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
you
that.
Yeah.
And
know,
I
you're
so
glowing.
agree with you about
Thank
the
you.
You're
space
glowing.
and energy. It's like I feel the
Yeah.
same. I don't want like I only want Tay Tay in that space and I don't
Yeah.
want anyone else in it. I'm like so peaceful and happy and
Hmm.
zen and I'm like I
Hmm.
don't need anyone else. Like I want to give him my energy, myself my energy and that's it. I don't need to share.
Yeah.
I don't want
Yeah,
to.
you don't. That's the thing. You don't have to. And oh
Yeah.
my God, it's so magical, dude. Like, I love waking up in the morning. I love going out there with my tea, laying with my animals outside, just taking in like the sunrise and stuff. I just think it's so magical. And like, I'm a grump in the morning too. Like, I need time to like fully wake up. So I love that I don't have someone next to me just annoying the shit out of me as soon as I wake up in the morning. I'm like, don't talk to me. I love that space. I love like, and you now have a choice of who gets to be in your energy too.
Yeah.
And so like my circle is very small. Like not a lot of people get to come to my house, not a lot of people get to have my energy at all. And like I decided this year I was going to be more selfish like that, because I just gave so much of my energy to people that it kind of like it made me miserable. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just it's so much better, isn't it? Gosh, it feels so good. I love it. I
I
Yeah.
love it.
love it. You're
Good
shining,
for you.
girl. I
Yeah.
love it for you. And you deserve it. You're such a beautiful soul and but you've had such an incredible story. Like your journey through life and where you're at now is so incredible, Saraya. Like
Thank
you're so strong and you've overcome so much and you truly are like a true inspiration. And
you.
I
Yes.
think, yeah. And that's why I think why we've
Yeah.
all been so connected. And I've just
Yeah.
always been in such awe of you, of like your strength inner and out. And like you always will
Well,
still shine bright. You're such a good person.
thank you. Well, you guys, I've always said this to you about how you guys inspire me so much, and you guys have always done that. Like since I came up on the main roster, you kind of always kind of took me under your wings, and just kind
Mm-hmm.
of help me, like little pale Bella over here, you
Yeah.
know, and
Right.
you've just always been so great to me and always been like so supportive. And if something's going down, you guys will like text me or whatever it is, you know, but you've just always been so amazing. And you do inspire me. Like you guys wrote the book, you guys doing podcasts and stuff like that. And I'm inspired by you guys because you're just so,
Mm.
I mean, you're fucking badass women. And that's the most inspiring thing about you guys is that you've gone through hell and back through, but like separately and together, you know, and
Mm.
you're still coming out the other side killing it, which I'm so jealous of you, Brie, actually, because you got to host the X Games, and I was like, oh my god, that's like a dream. How cool was that, dude?
It
I was like,
was,
fuck.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
unreal. It like, I was telling Salema, I'm like, don't think I'm a groupie or anything because I was getting so worked up seeing so many of the legends. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my god, yeah.
But
You're
and
so
just being in that
handsome.
environment, yeah. You
Yeah.
guys, both of you should have come and paid me a visit because you're
Yes.
Serious.
great eye
Yes.
candy. You know how they have the Instagram like hot Disney dads?
Yeah.
They need to do an Instagram for like hot action sports dads. I
Oh,
mean,
Please.
all
they're
of them
so
walking
attractive.
around. I was
Ages,
like,
That's
even the retired ones, I'm like, they still look
right?
so damn good. I'm
So
like,
good.
yes.
you
But also,
know?
I think this all of us, you know, I know they don't call it extreme sports anymore. It's action sports. But for all of us, like being pro wrestlers, what we do is extreme. And so
Mm-hmm.
are all of them. So I feel like it's kind of the same feeling. Like when I
Mm-hmm.
watch them, even though they're crazy risk takers, it's unreal.
Yeah.
But blows my mind just like watching them. I'm like,
Yeah.
holy
Yeah.
shit.
What,
You
you
can.
know what
You're
I
like the perfect host for it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
you
was so
crushed
fun.
it. You know what I like about those men though in that industry is they're kind of like us. They stay super youthful and like young at heart. Like they
Yeah.
can be such badass career men and the women too, but I'm just saying cuz you know single ladies
Right.
over here. But then
Yeah.
they just have this thing
Yeah.
about them where they have edge and they're like a free
Mm-hmm.
spirit and I'm very drawn to that. Like
Mm-hmm.
I love
Yeah.
that kind of like when you could go like be badass in business, but then you still have that free spirit, young at heart edge to you. Like edge is everything to me. You
Mm-hmm.
have to have some edge to you, or
Right.
I'm like,
Oh.
no,
Right.
thank
Well, I
you.
think
Yeah.
yeah, the X Games are fun because even the music they're blasting the whole day, like with comedy,
Mm-hmm.
it's like fun music. It's like
I
all these
know.
people, like the vibe, like they're just cool ass people. It's like, yeah,
Okay,
it
fine. We'll
was.
all go to the Winter X Games. We'll all be there in
Yes.
Aspen. Let's
Yes,
just
Let's
do
do it.
it.
please.
Yeah.
Yeah, sign me
Well,
up.
now
Do you
they're
know what I
so
mean?
global. We
Well,
can go.
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah.
I think they do London now too. So
I mean,
we'll
hey,
have
Oh,
I'm
we
willing
have
to
to.
hit all the countries.
Yeah.
We have
We'll find on them.
Let's go find a bunch of different flavors. I'm definitely down.
Yeah.
So I say we play a game. You guys good for a game?
let's do a game.
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
it.
It's called Break It, Keep It, or Bend It. That
Ooh,
could
okay.
be taken as so many things right now.
After talking about the men, I'm
I
kind
know.
of
All right, Rhea. Well, it's time for a game
Okay.
we call Break It, Keep It, or Bend It. We'll throw out some spicy social situations, and you tell us if you're breaking it, if you're keeping it, or if you're bending it.
Okay. Okay.
So you
Breaking,
know this is
keeping,
all about the
bending.
rules because everything with you is about breaking rules or so.
Yes.
So rule number 1, always dress for the occasion.
Oh, yeah. Keep. Is it keeping?
Yeah,
Keeping that?
keeping. So
Okay.
breaking, keeping, or bending.
Yeah. 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 I would keep that. I would dress for the occasion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I might put a little spin on it though, because
that's what I feel. I feel like you're a bender in that.
yeah,
Yeah.
bender. I would say bender. Yeah.
Yeah. You definitely are. That was my first thought too.
Yeah.
Rule number 2, never hook up on the first date. Can I just
Well, it
break that for
depends,
you?
darling.
What is that?
I know. I was like, if you guys were at X Games, I think that would have been broken.
Okay, this is
Yeah,
my
it really
thing.
depends.
Yeah, bend. I would break it because I'm too damn old to be doing a second and a third. Like that's wasting time in life. So like I would rather hook up and get it over with knowing like if this is going to continue, you know what I mean? That's
I'm with you.
right?
I'm with you. Yeah.
It's like if it sucks, I'd rather just Netflix and chill the next time than like go get wined and dine.
For sure.
But-
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Take me a walk and then bend me over. All right.
Yeah.
Rule number 3, don't mix business with personal.
Oh, I've done that before and it's never been good.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean,
It's never been good. Yeah.
but you know what's hard about it? Because I know they say, like, what is it? Don't shit where you sleep. Is that the saying?
Don't shit where you eat.
Oh, don't shit where you eat. Yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
Eat, sleep.
too.
But the one thing though, too, what's hard is I feel like at work is when you really get to know people well and their chemistry builds and connection. That's what I felt like it's been hard nowadays is meeting people quick. And then they're like, oh, are you going to go on a date with him? And I'm like, well, I feel like I don't really know this person. Like, I don't know. It's weird.
It's
so
hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
In the industry that we're in, it is really hard. Like, you can't help sometimes with all the time that you spend with someone to like grow feelings for them,
Totally.
So it's kind of tricky. I've done it. We've all done it.
Yeah.
Right? And then some end happily, like Brie over here.
Honestly.
Works for me.
But sometimes it doesn't. So that's a hard one. Would that be a bend where you're just
A
like,
bend.
That's a
Yeah.
bend.
Yeah.
We'd bend it. Okay.
Yeah.
You need to be a morning person to be successful.
No.
Yeah. I agree.
No.
Because night owls succeed too. I mean,
Yeah,
the way the world is
exactly.
now, man.
Yeah.
Filter your posts, keep it curated.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. I would bend
I think you should
for
post
sure.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bend.
I'm
bend.
like, because honestly, there are times when lighting's just not right. I'm going to do a little touch up. And then also sometimes I'm going to keep it raw. Like, so bend that. Do what you feel.
Oh, is that what it means?
Right? Or no, am I wrong on that?
I thought it meant. No, I didn't know I thought it meant like be careful about what you post. Is that not what
is that what it is? Shoot, I could be
I don't know.
wrong.
Because I'll edit my pictures. I edit every single one. I don't go crazy with it, but
Maybe that's what you
really
might. Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah.
You should go 30 days no contact after a breakup.
Like being
I
alone.
feel like
Like being alone for 30 days?
No, like don't talk to the person like that just broke up with you or you broke up with.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, sadly, I'd bend it, but.
Yeah, and so did I for a little bit, but then now it's like no contact whatsoever, which is the best thing that could happen.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like it's bend because sometimes you can't help it and you get in a routine with someone that you're with for a very long time.
Totally.
And you have to figure out how to break that. And then eventually you do. But it's always good when you don't talk to them.
Yeah. So true. Rule number 7, take the high road every time.
Not with me. I've got a lot better at taking the high road. I have, especially this year. But I never used to be. I used to always snap back and, I guess bend.
But that's what I've always loved about you. You're so freaking honest. Like you just speak your mind.
That's a problem sometimes.
But then sometimes it's so great because it's like you respect yourself so much that you stand up for yourself. And I fucking love that. I love that.
We were just talking about this recently with Trin. That time before our match on Monday Night Raw and Brie and Eva getting into it. And then like when you got involved, remember we were all at the table? I was like, oh.
Yes. Oh my God. Well, I was like, don't be coming up, Brie. I did feel kind of bad because there was a lot of us teaming up, But
But I was mad. I had very valid reasons. I love Eva, but I was like, you and Nikki were about to have a 2-segment match that should have been a WrestleMania match.
Right. Well, Brie, we ain't going to get back into it. Let's not get you all fired up.
She's getting hype about it now. She's like,
she did send you such a nice text about X Games, which was so sweet.
I know. I love Eva. Like, I would love to see her soon.
Yeah, we all need to.
At that point, she was in trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm saying, like, she got it. She knew.
Yeah. Never wear white to a wedding. Ooh.
Oh, I do agree with that unless there's a dress code.
Yes.
Unless they're like, everyone has to wear white. I do agree with not wearing white at someone's wedding.
100%.
I've seen people wear white to people's weddings, and I'm like, the damn bride wears white. Like, what are you doing?
Dude, I feel the same.
Yeah, it's
I'm
weird.
like,
Don't do that.
It's so weird. Yeah, you don't do that.
any other color, and there's a shit ton of colors.
To me,
It's
that's
hard,
such a narcissist move. Like, right?
100.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 more. Rule number 9. Don't air out your feelings online.
I don't know.
I would say bend on that one, because sometimes I've done that in the past too. So if I say anything different, it's kind of hypocritical. So I'd say it just depends what it is. There's some things that should be left behind closed doors. You know, you don't have to tell everybody your business.
Right.
But if sometimes you slip up and you do it, I'm not going to hold it against you because I've done it, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100.
Rumors that need to be cleared up.
Yeah. The best way to air out your feelings online is to sleep that night and think about it and then go air it out. Don't ever do it in the moment. Cause
exactly. Yeah.
That's just, last one, leave the past in the past.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I mean, yes, I think so. Yeah, leave it in the past. You know, especially this year, I've been always like, just concentrate on what's ahead rather than what's behind me.
Right.
Which is so good.
Yeah. Trying.
Yeah.
It gets a little tricky though.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I feel you. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Try and leave the past in the past as much as I can.
Yes. I like that. I heart that one too, of keeping that as much as you can. Well, Saraya, before we let you go, we always love to end our episodes with a little bit of inspiration affirmation. What do you want to leave us with?
So I've always, which this kind of applies to you guys and why I've always kind of gravitated to you guys, is there's this one quote and it says, don't listen to people, and this applies to social media, everything, right? And it says, don't listen to people that try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the real greats make you think that you too can become great. And so I only surround myself with people who uplift me and want me to do good, because a lot of people in this world, right, they want you to do good but not better than them, you know. And so I live by this quote, because I'm like, I'm not going to surround myself with people that belittle what I want to do in my life, or, you know, whether that be personal, business, or otherwise.
Right.
And so that was like one of the most important things. And you guys were a big part of that. And I feel like I may have told you that quote years ago too, because again, that applies to you guys, because you've always just uplifted me and always like encouraged me to do wonderful things, you know, and helped me achieve wonderful things. So yeah, like you guys are real greats, because, you know, you do the same thing for the women's division or outside in business in general. You always want everybody to succeed. And that's so important.
Thank you.
Important.
And I so agree with you on that. It's so true. It's like, I totally live by that. Like what you do, you should constantly empower, motivate people to, and bring them up with you. And also that brings in a lot of incredible karma into your life. Like karma's a real thing. And that's and those are the rewards you get, the ones that are intangible, that you have all of a sudden these blessings come into your life. And that's like when people say spread kindness or all these things, it's all in those things of, there's enough success for everyone in the world. If everyone wanted to be successful, there's actually enough. And I get so blown away by people who think like that it has to just be them, or they want to shut people out. It's like, no, everyone here can succeed so beautifully. And I never understood the people who wanted to keep people down or didn't want, you know, to bring them up. And so I love that. I live that.
Well, you
just
guys
like
are
you.
like the face of that kind of quote, you know, so just wanted you to know. But yeah, I love you guys so much.
I love you, Saraya. We really need to get together in person.
Yes, please. I would love that. Anytime you guys come down to LA or wherever you guys, if we end up in the same state, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
So, whenever you want. Yeah.
Will you be in New York like around SummerSlam? Are you going to be around doing anything, or like?
Maybe I'll check. Maybe I'll make it happen just so I can come hang out with you.
Yeah. That'd be fun. The city is always a fun excuse. You know what I mean?
It's SummerSlam is always around my birthday, so we'll have to celebrate.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there'll be so many people, like your girls there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you still keep in touch with Naya?
Yeah, actually, she only just commented on my stuff today. But yeah, like I haven't spoken to her in a hot minute. I've been really busy, but I will text her or she'll text me randomly,
Yeah.
Those are kind of the best friendships where you don't have to speak to each other every day.
Totally.
But you check in like every couple of months of being like, how's everything going? And then it's like you don't miss a beat,
Oh, I agree. That's our sisterhood.
That's like
for
all
sure.
pro wrestlers. I feel like we always pick up where we left off.
Yes.
Exactly.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, everyone, make sure to check out Saraya's podcast, Rule Breakers. Where can we check that out? Anywhere you listen to podcasts?
Anywhere. And then the visual is on YouTube.
Okay, awesome. Make sure to check out the YouTube. And then also make sure to check out her book, Hell in Boots, that you can buy anywhere that books are offered. And where else can we check you out at, Saraya?
Just go onto my social media. So it's a Saraya across the board on Instagram, X, and TikTok. Just Saraya. That's it.
Nice. I love that. And also make sure to look for videos on the Nikki and Brie Show IG page, TikTok, Facebook, and the Nikki and Brie Show is also on SiriusXM Stars 109, YouTube, and of course, again, call us at 833-GARCIA2. And goodness, you're taking us right into Evolution. So I hope everyone is tuning in to the PLE WWE Evolution, which you could check out on Peacock and I think Netflix. I need to double check that.
Have a good show there, sisters. Hopefully you kill it. Well, you're always going to kill it, but hopefully you win.
Me too.
You're going to win. Yeah, all right.
Awesome. Until next time.